How we doing, lads? Good day to everyone who's here. This is our 3D4 2-sec OSRB that we were working on yesterday. This is going to be day 2 of it, so I'll be adding probably what today? Probably 1 rev slab bust OSRB today. Probably. I know. I need to do the hammer and shit as well, so it might take a little bit longer. So I might just do the OSRB with the nuke and shit, and hopefully have it in 3 parts. But if not, we'll just see how much we get through in a nice amount of time. Anyway, we'll just rip straight into it. So first part we want to add is our hammer here. So of course we did the calculations for the TNT required for the hammer, which is 384 multiplied by 1.17, which is 450. So we'll go from there. So this is going to be the spot for a hammer, obviously. I did make sure I left 5 blocks of room in case I want to add a web boss nuke. And yeah, we'll just rip straight into it. So what we'll do is I'm going to go Spencer. So I do want to initially calculate how much I do want for my hammer, just so I can build the bottom bit right. We know observers go in stacks of 12, and they like to be in sets of 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to go /calc, and we're going to go 450 divided by 12. 37.5. You can probably tell that's not really what we want to get TNT. So what that's going to turn out to be is 38 rows, which is 19. So we don't really want that. So what I'm thinking is if we make 6 sets of pistons on either side, I think from memory that's pretty close to 300, or that's pretty close to 450. So go calc 6 by 3, which is the width of the observer column, by 12. That comes out to 216, so we can get to 432 hammer pretty easily. And then we might just work from that, to be honest. And we'll just add more if needed, which we will need, so we can just add it to the top, probably. That's alright, we might just do 432 for the time being. But we do want 450. It's a bit of an awkward spot, unfortunately, but these things do happen, so we can just... We'll just have a think about it, pretty much, and we'll just try and deal with it. It will be quite it is, because I did calculate the nuke hammer ratios before, for the OSRB specifically, I do want 450 hammer for this setup here, to do the minimum stacking requirements and also just the swing ratios. So anyway, I guess we'll just add it in. We might just go 20 blocks. I might do 21 blocks and then trim it down, to be honest. That's going to be a fat nuke. Fat hammer, I should say. Stack 20 east. It's quite long there. Or we can also do 18. Take 3 blocks off. Might do that. And then we'll just add some extra bits around the edges if we need to. I think that's the way to go there. Anyway, we'll just rip straight into that. So we'll just do the boosters first, like normal. So it's going to be there, and we want to be pushing it towards the barrel. We don't want to be using the infinite boosters firing the other way because we don't want it to end up where that booster is there. So we'll just start by setting this up, and then yeah, we can just go from here. Pretty much just going to be the same as the 256, just a larger hammer, pretty much. And of course, we do want to allocate room as well for our OSRB hammer. Anyway, 2 sets of 4, 2, 3, 4, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do 5 here, I think. Kind of worried a little bit about this piston here blocking exposure. So if this doesn't work here with this infinite booster setup, what I might have to do is move this whole thing back by... Oh, I got the hiccups. I might just need to move the whole thing back by a block. Anyway. Just wire all that up. Same old, same old. Everyone's seen this before. Boosters. Top cover. I want to do the ladders as well. Do the boosters. We'll wire all that up. And then we'll just chuck the top cover on. Just like that. I really don't like that. I might actually just move that back by 1, to be honest. I'll cut that and booster. I'll leave that same booster as is. So if we go up 1, and now we go move 1 east, take it back a little, take it to there. And then yeah, that should be alright. So that's gonna be 18 blocks long. So that should get us pretty close. So anyway, just get all this wired up. Judging by how this video is currently going at the moment, I'll probably just do the hammer and the timings for the one rev in this one, and I'll do like everything else in the next one, hopefully. Pretty much once you got the hammer up and running, it's just like all the little tidbits after that. So I think it actually needs to come through here, and then if we just get an axe and we just do find out that 18 blocks, yeah, we'll stick with that for now, and then we'll wire additional dispensers as required. So we've got all that wired up now. Actually, there is something cheeky that we can try with the hammer, which should be quite nice for it. But anyway, we won't be worrying about that now. We'll probably just end up raising the hammer to the same height as the power and lower it if necessary. So the reason why I'm thinking we might need to lower it is because we do have that 7 tick delay from the power as well, so it's already going off quite late. And what's that there? Is that about the same height? Needs to be a little bit higher, and probably one more, and that should be okay there. So what will happen is we'll take that out of there, take that out of there. Why aren't those blocks showing up? I don't really know. There they go. So that's going to be like that, and then we'll just have just falls in there. Okay, perfect. That's all nice. Now another thing to keep in mind, because I am using 6 pistons here, it might not reach the end, in which case you can just do this, and that'll give it a bit of extra pulse length if it doesn't reach the end. So what we can do there is we'll put in repeaters. We might just do that for both sides, to be honest, and then just wire it off like that. Anyway, so what we'll do is we'll just place all these down probably. 2, 2, oops, 2, 2, and then this will be the last one here, I hope. Yeah, that looks right. Mirror it over. Then we can just chuck all the observers in. Just like that. And then we'll just stack all that up. Oops. There we go. Alright. And then yeah, that looks pretty good. What I'll do from here, I'll just finish wiring this up, and then I'll just jump back down, finish off the boosters for it, and then just time out the hammer, I think. There we go. Just lagging a little. Lagging a lot. Smoke's got me again by looks. I'm getting booted off. Okay. This is not really funny anymore. Okay. That seems to be working itself back out now. Sweet, so we've got all this wired up now, so we'll just wire up this booster here. So we might run into an issue here with bud pairing. It's sort of one thing that I am a little concerned about, accidentally bud pairing that piston there. So we'll just take note of that and sort of work around it. That's the piston there, so we'll just come around the side just like that probably, and then yeah, that works quite nicely. And then yeah, we can just wire up that booster just like that, and it should just be set like that, and then 3, 1, 2, and then boom, boom, and then just put redstone dust on top. Same old, nothing new here. Anyway, what we'll do from here then is we'll just time out to get the timings for this booster here, and then we'll hook this all back to our main clock. While I'm here, I'll just shuffle this entire thing down. Don't want that blowing up. Shuffle it back down. Same sort of clock position, I think, as last time, just to the right of the, or just behind the barrel. And then, of course, I'll just run some repeaters in. Should be good. I'll run the next set down, just here, probably just here. And then this is where we can just have our clock. So we'll just stick all of this here. So that's our observer there. And then we can just go button. And then that should power that section there. What I will do is I'm just going to time this out properly. So it's going off at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So going to plot chat, we're going 14, 16. So we counted the first power, we know the second power is 2 redstone 6 after. So if we're using 14, 16, we want this booster here to be firing off at 15. And then this one will be going off at 13, this one will be going off at 12, 11, this one needs to be going off at 10, and then it's going to be going off at 9 into that block there, 9. Perfect. So what we'll do then is we'll just wire this up. Again, we'll just run into probably that problem with last time, where I actually want to run it through the middle, because that's actually going to be 2 redstone ticks later than the one up the end there. So what I'll do is I'll just run it. I don't really want to run it like that, I want to run it so it's just like right in the middle. Probably just like that, to be honest, and then that's going to fire the whole thing, isn't it? Yeah, off you go. Funny, funny, funny. Anyway, that's all wired up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. How did I say? I need that one to go off at 9. So at the moment, oops, it's going to be going off at 1. Okay, so obviously that's not long enough, and I might just do. I just heard it all fire again. That's great. I might actually just turn my game sound down in case it's too loud for anyone. So anyway, we don't really want that there. What I might just do is a sticky piston just like that, and we'll just run into the side there. I'll have that on 4 ticks and then that side on 2 ticks or something. So that's currently going off at 1, 5, and we need to go off at 9, so we can just add 4 more redstone ticks. Hopefully this works. I actually haven't really used this setup before, so we'll just have to see. But we can suss it out, and we'll just see if we look sort of close. Yeah, that looks okay. Yep, I'm fairly happy with that. So what we'll do then is we'll just time out our hammer. So our hammer's going to be going off. Our hammer's going to be going off when. Okay, so again 0 to 6.59. So we know our first power is going off at 0. We need our first power is going off at 14. Sorry. So we actually need our hammer to go off at 23. So this is currently doing 1, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3. Wow, that's actually perfectly timed. Shit. Is that right? I think that's right, actually. Let's see. There you go, a massive clump of TNT there. I didn't have sand. That actually might have just timed out perfectly, which is going to be an absolute blessing, to be honest. There you go. No, okay. Because I timed it out with my first power. Okay, that was a dumb mistake. So I'm just going to add 1, 2, and then what's the easiest way to do that? 3, just like that probably. I just need to add some extra repeaters there because I timed it off my first power and not my second power. So you can see there, I got shot with the gravel. So hopefully now what's going to happen is it's going to be shot with the right power, which it isn't. It's still being shot with the gravel. So what we'll do is, I would say, yeah, okay, so this boost is going to be going off too early. That's probably a given. So we now our first power is going off at 14, and our second power is going off at 16. So I want to count to that booster there, and hopefully I won't get 15. So 1, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Is that 15? I'll recount. 1, 5, 9. That's going off at 10. It's going off at 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's going off at 15. So I think the problem is, it's not that our hammer booster is going off too early. I think it's actually our sand booster going off too late. So what we can do then is we can also just have a look at our sand booster, and we want this final booster here to be going off at 13. Because I have all my boosters wired together in this, I can just count from head to tail and just go 1, 2, 5, 9, 10. That's going off at 10, that's going off at 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so the sand booster is going off at 15, which is 2 redstone ticks too slow. So I actually want that booster to go off at 13, so it does get shot with the first power. Okay. Well, that didn't work. I'll recount. Something's absolutely fucked right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 to the first power? Okay, so it's 16, 18. I might have miscounted actually. So that's going off at 16, and I just lowered that to 13. I need to add in 2 more redstone ticks. So that was actually timed fine. This one here is actually timed wrong, so this one needs to go to 17, I think. So what I can actually do here is, this is actually a bit nicer. So that's currently going off at 1, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, I think. 1, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's going off at 25 currently. And I do want it to be going off at 25. So that is the right timings. But this booster here is going off at 15. So I need to make this all go off later, but make that go off earlier, I think. So we're running 16, 18. I tend to do this a lot, where I just forget where shit needs to go. So it's going 1, 5, 9, 10. You're going off at 10, you're going off at 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so that's going off at 15, so I need to add 2 redstone ticks to this circuit here. So I'll add 2 there, and that also means I need to take 2 from up here. So I'll just take 2 redstone ticks on all of that. And now I should just be able to just fire, and it should hopefully work now. Let's have a look. So hammer. There you go. Okay, so yeah, it did finally stack there. So a bit of a headache, but good. So what, that's 18 minutes now. What I'll do very, very quickly then is I will just rig up our one roof. So we'll just go up here. We'll go up 1, and again, I'm just going to copy this whole section, just align it that side there, probably 1 block closer, or I'll do 1 block away, just to make it even. Let's make it even. Let's make it even. Is that even? That looks even, to be honest. Yeah, it is, I think. Anyway, what we'll do is we're just going to do the same thing. Of course, we want this going off 2 redstone ticks before that. So what I'll do is I'll just put that piston there, and then we'll just go 1, 2. That's a nice way of doing it, to be honest. So this should be our one roof area wired up, ready to go. Of course, we don't need to extend that redstone along into that booster there, because we already have that powered from our comp. So I'll get all this wired up here, and then actually what I really want to test to make sure we aren't spraying as well, but I think I should wire up my one roof first. So we'll just go back to timings again. We'll just work everything out and make sure that everything is going off fine. So this is going off at 1, what did I say? 16, 18. So 16, 18, and then the hammer's going to be going off at 25. Okay, yeah, that's right. And then 4.5 red 10 ticks. So we want our 1 rev to be going off at 22.5. So that's the goal for our timings there. So what we'll do, again, 1, 3, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Of course, it's the 3 redstone tick mechanism, or the 4 redstone tick mechanism. So if we're going 12, and we want to say add 12 plus 6.5, say for the 1 rev mechanism, and then we've got like 4 extra ticks worth. So we can just go 1, 2, oops, 2, and then 3. And then I think we want 1 more, and then I'll wire my 1 rev up off this, and this should be correct. So if we get ourselves a repeater, and we go sticky piston, I'll do 2 sticky pistons. Probably we want it higher than lower, because again, you do just want to cut down that time between it falling and it getting boosted. So we'll just go higher, and then we'll probably just go Spencer. Oops, sorry. And then we will put that there. So what we can do from there then is, honestly, fuck it, I'm just going to test it and just see if it works, eh? I'm pretty confident with that timing, actually, to be honest. I did it again! Oh, that's hilarious. Again, I've just, mind-fucked myself and just put that a block too close. So we'll just go move 1 north. That's hilarious. That's really funny. Anyway, let's wire that one up, and then we'll just go Tifa. See what happens. That's promising. That's too late. Yeah, it's too late. So what I'll do is I'll just remove a redstone tick from that and just see if that works. Should be okay now. It's going off a bit earlier. Boom. Yep, you can see we are understacking by 1 there, which is okay. The last thing that I do want to do in this video here is actually fix up our hammer. So funnily enough, I think that was coming out to count dispenser. That was coming out to 432. What I'm actually going to do here is I'm just going to cheese the shit out of this. And I'm actually going to place the dispensers facing down like that. And that's going to be another 18 blocks worth of dispensers. It actually maths out perfectly, and you can just have the redstone in the middle just like that. And hopefully that won't bud power. It shouldn't bud power. But if it does, then we'll need to figure out some other way to get that to go to 432 or 450. Sorry. Okay. So that's working now. What I do want to do though is I do want to test this cannon on auto. As long as we got everything right and I didn't see any spraying, so I'm pretty confident this will stack 384. I'll raise the platform up probably in the next video when we are testing everything else, which hopefully should just be the final video for this cannon, to be honest, and I can release it on that day. But anyway, again, we just want to make this 2 sec. And hopefully it all goes well. If not, I'll do the troubleshooting in this video as well. Fingers crossed, but again, shit can happen, shit can go wrong. And it's just a matter of finding out where it does go wrong. Alright, here we go. So we know the comp works, we know the power works all on auto. The cannon's not firing because I didn't actually link that up. I'll just turn that off just so we don't get anything going wrong. And we'll just hook that back up and we'll just keep it on. It's lagging a bit. That looks pretty good actually. I'm pretty happy with that. Not getting any spraying or anything. Not getting any spraying at all. The reason why it's doing that is just because I'm not clearing the sand stack and it's just stacking the sand on the top block, and then the second I was hitting the sand and fucking right off. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that working on auto. The reason why it's so slow right now is just, I think it's just my end, to be honest. Or there's someone else shooting right now, but I don't think that's the case. But yeah, that works on auto. So again, you can see the biggest changes between this one and the 3 sec is we have everything raised up a lot higher. Again, that's just to cut down the time that's sitting inactive where these boosters are. And yeah, that's quite important. You'll probably notice if you try and raise or lower any of these sections down, at a certain point they're going to start overlapping with shots and they're going to start really screwing with your cannon. So at the moment it looks good. And yeah, this is my favorite way to sort of have everything rendered, is you just go with height pretty much. You can use trapdoors as well. I'm not a massive fan of that. I always just go height and just make sure everything is as tightly timed as I can make it. So yeah, apart from that, that's pretty much this video done. So in the next video, what we'll be doing is we'll be rigging up the OSRB. Rigging up the OSRB comp, OSRB hammer. We'll probably put a web bus nuke into it, rig up the reswing, rig up some bypass, some slab bust, everything else in between, and basically we'll just try and get it out in the next video, to be honest. And yeah, apart from that, that's pretty much this done. So I wish you all a good day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.